when we say things here, we ain't just talking. We always bring the receipts. Let's go ahead and read this from Fox News. And I know y'all going to be like, oh, yeah. Some of y'all, that's Fox News. We can't trust that. All right, give it a sec. Anyway. Kamala Harris interviewers received large campaign donations to their groups ahead of sit-downs. FEC filings show organizations run by Al Sharpton and Roland Martin. Again, Roland Martin received payments from Harris' campaign ahead of their interviews with the Democratic candidate. So when I tell y'all certain people are bought and paid for, I don't know. Look, there are actually some people who do trust Roland Martin. Some people believe that he's a legit source of news, quote unquote. They actually believe that he has the best interest of his people at heart. And that's the sad thing about it. The sad thing about it is that people believe in him. But we got to dig beneath the surface of what people say and watch their actions. And it looks like Roland Martin is taking money to be a Democratic shield. Now, he had much larger aspirations than that. Didn't be getting that $350,000. Much larger aspirations. But he ain't gonna get it. Anyway, let's read this real quick. Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign reportedly gave large amounts of money to organizations run by media figures in the weeks before sitting down for interviews with them. FEC filings, first reported by the Washington Free Beacon, show the Harris campaign gave two $250,000 donations to Reverend Al Sharpton's nonprofit organization in September and October. Harris sat down for a friendly interview with the MSNBC host on October the 20th, in which he asked her what she wanted her legacy to be 50 years from now. Sharpton wasn't the only one who received money. In a bombshell New York Times report revealed, the campaign also gave $350,000 to New Vision Media on September the 9th, according to FEC filings, first reported by the New York Times. New Vision Media is a media company run by, quote unquote, journalist Roland Martin. Martin spent roughly 30 minutes interviewing Harris on his streaming platform in October. The former CNN, former because he got cut, told the Times the payment was for advertising. It should have been a lot more, he said. According to the report, more should have been spent on Black-owned media. Okay. So, as you can see here, I'm going to leave Kamala out of this. You got Roland Martin on the left. You got Al Sharpton on the right. Like I stated before, who in the world under the age of 60 going to be listening to these people? Who? They don't speak to the issues that are going on with people on a day-to-day basis, people who got to take care of their parents, who are probably their age. People who got to sit up here and, again, deal with all this nonsense out here, all this inflation, high prices at the grocery store, high cost of housing. What if you need a car? God forbid you want to buy a new car. Jeez. Anyway, don't listen to me, like I said. Fair use, Roland. So, Roland Martin was feeling the heat. Don't listen to me, like I said. He's addressing it on his platform. It says, Roland addresses VP Kamala Harris ad buys. That's what he's calling it. He's calling it ad buys. All right. Let's listen. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, of course, because for time reasons, but I'm going to chop and screw it a little bit, but let's get into it.
The New York Times dropped a story the other day, and this was the story. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and get this ready for you.
Roland, you better be careful of that tablet, bruh. I ain't trying to see no man's booty cheeks again. You better be careful, Roland. Anyway.
This was the story right here. The story was how Kamala Harris burned through $1.5 billion in 15 weeks. The story was done by Shane Goldmacher. And so he lays out here different spending of the campaign. And in here, they talk about money that was spent on the Sphere Inn venue in Las Vegas. They talked about what was spent on rallies. They mentioned in here in terms of how much was raised. And of course, that is going through here. They pull the FEC reports and showing, how much went to, Oprah Winfrey's production company, Harpo Productions, to put on the live town hall they did. You heard these liar people out here.
Which she said she didn't get any money. She said she didn't get any money. And it was proven to be true later on that her quote unquote company got money, meaning she got money. Anyway.
Saying, Beyonce got $10 million. Her mom, Tina Knowles, came out and said, no, that's an absolute lie. It talks about these.
So if Beyonce's mother comes out and says, my baby ain't getting no money, that means it's true, right, Ro? That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Somebody's mama came out to defend them, and that's the gospel? Man, you don't knock it off, man. Anyway.
Various concerts in here and things along those lines. And so then it mentioned a variety of other expenses and money that was going to different places, commercials that should have run, Future Forward weighed in. Then it says some media allies of Miss Harris were also paid. It mentions Areva Martin, who hosts a talk show, was paid $200,000 as a media consultant, and how she went on the Battleground State Tour in October. Okay. And so then it goes in here. Now, this Roland Martin, who holds his own streaming program and runs a media company called New Vision Media, received $350,000 in September for a, quote, media buy that he said was for advertising. And then it quotes me. It said it should have been a hell of a lot more. More should have been spent on black-owned media. Okay, says Mr. Martin interviewed Ms. Harris in October. Then it mentions.
So we have confirmation that the article that I just read is 100% true because he quoted it himself. All right? See, when you come here, we only deal with real sources of information. We don't deal with the nonsense. We're not here for it. All right? Anyway, let him finish.
National Action Network. Then it mentions, of course, National Urban League. Now, first and foremost, I don't understand why they put media buy in parentheses because that's what the $350,000 was for. It was for advertising. Then, of course, you have these people out here. I love the people who run their mouths on social media out here, like, you got Tariq Nasheed tweeting, like, SMH, and then you got Jamal Green talking about, he was paid to attack us because we disagree with our positions. No, that means none of you, including you, Jamal, or Tariq, or any of y'all, even understand that media advertising is actually real. And so then I had one dude say, y'all didn't run any ads? Really? We ran this one.
Bob and I both voted for Donald Trump.
I voted for him twice. I won't vote for him again. January 6th was a wake-up call for me.
Donald Trump divides people. We've already seen what he has to bring.
He didn't do anything to help us.
We ran this.
You know what's funny about that ad? Which is why I believe people don't pay attention to these ads, because they're not sincere. Okay? So this is a person who claims that they voted for Trump 2016, voted for Trump in 2020, but then states that he didn't do anything for us. So why'd you vote for him again? Why? So he was president for 4 years. He didn't do nothing for you, and you voted for him again. What kind of sense does that make? Anyway.
Kamala Harris has never backed down from a challenge. She put cartel members and drug traffickers behind bars, and she will secure our border.
She's going to secure the border that she screwed up in the first place. She's going to fix the problem that the administration she was a part of. She's the one that said she's in the room. So she's going to fix the problems that they created. Nah. I'm not going to. He actually ended up playing like a ton of ads or whatever. And I'm not going to go through all of these.
Okay, and this one.
IVF is a miracle for us because it allowed us to have our family. After having my daughter, I wanted more children.
And this one.
We ain't going to watch it. So what's funny about this, you're running an ad for IVF while the number one thing you were talking about was abortion. Make it make sense, please. Or, excuse me, the elimination of unborn babies. The elimination of unborn babies. All right? That was your number one thing you ran on. And Roland, you running ads for IVF? What a waste of money. And look at this fat, tubby piece of... like he dropping knowledge. Let's go to another part of the video here. All right, so here Roland gonna explain to y'all what time it is. He gonna tell y'all what time it is in regards to the advertising and everything like that.
See, for the people out here, this is an actual media company. So there's this show, and there are other shows on the Black Star Network. Okay? It's called a network.
So as he's explaining here, let me as he's great googly moogly, as he's telling y'all about the quote unquote network. Roland, you have to understand. See, look, we understand when people is trying to be slick, you know? So if you have a legit quote unquote network, the networks are supposed to provide equal time for both candidates. So if you interview Trump, you need to interview, or excuse me, if you interview Kamala, you need to interview Trump. If you run ads for Kamala, then you need to run ads for Trump, equal time. But you don't have no legit network, man. You got banished to the outskirts. I know you wanted a White House press secretary position. You was hoping Hillary Clinton got into office so you can try to get that position. But you ain't get it. You got cut from CNN, bro. You got cut. And now here you are on YouTube with me. My channel a month old. You understand me? Here you are. You down here with me, Roland. I know you mad about it. I know you mad about it. That's why you got this stupid look on your face right now. But let me tell you, brother, it's over for you. Any chances that you might have had, you had opportunities to show your worth. You had it. And you dropped the ball, Roland. Anyway, let me finish.
Here's what people also don't realize is that political campaigns actually went to YouTube and purchased advertising to Google that actually ran during commercial breaks of this show. Oh, I'm sorry. So you got these silly Negroes, he got $350,000. It should have been $3.5 million. BET got nearly $10 million. I know other black-owned media companies or black-targeted media companies that got money. Oh, but see, these silly little Negroes, these silly little people, it shouldn't be all that. Really? This right here, y'all, is a story that ran January 11, 2024. Go to my iPad, Anthony. 2024 political ad spending will jump nearly 30% versus 2020.
Okay, Roland Martin really think he had a mic drop moment. Let me tell you something, brother. The problem is this. You're supposed to be objective. You're supposed to be looking out for the betterment of the people that are listening to your program, that are watching your network. That's what you're supposed to do. So if you're getting funneled money, you said it should have been 3.5 million. All right. If you're getting 3.5 million from a campaign, then that means you're just going to be spitting their talking points. You're bought and paid for, bruv. That's the problem. And you're doing all this, spitting all this jibber jabber, taking all this time up to basically say that you're up for sale. You're prostituting yourself, Roland Martin. But you've been doing it, though. It ain't nothing new for you. Yeah? It's nothing new for you. That's what you've been doing your whole career. You're bought and paid for it, bruh. And at least you didn't come out and fully say it, but you're basically saying it here. Let's fast forward because I don't need this to be 45 minutes like the last one was.
NBC. This is NBC. It says the final price tag on 2024 spending will be almost $11 billion. Now, I'm curious now. So if we got $350,000 for advertising from the Harris is now. So if we got $350,000 for advertising from the Harris is now. So if we got $350,000 for advertising from the Harris for President campaign, where did the other 10 billion go? The other 10.6 billion or whatever. I'm sorry, where did that go?
So clearly, Roland is not great at math. I mean, if he got 360,000 out of 11 billion, then that would be 10.99 billion. Anyway, hey, and I'm gonna tell you, I did that on the spot. All right, I didn't see this until just now. This just absolutely goes to show this dude is out of touch. And every complaint that he has is about, why didn't I get more money? Every complaint the man has. Why did I get a bigger piece of the pie? Where's my job at? That's his complaint. He don't care about the people who watch his program. Which is the sad part about it. He'll say whatever they want him to say as long as they cut him the check. Yeah? That's what greasy dudes like this are about. Little tiny, fat, lard spewing out of his pores, men like this. That's what they about. What am I going to get out of it? And he's mad he didn't get more out of it. That you can clearly see. Let's fast forward. Before I fully fast forward, he's actually going to solidify what I said.
I know where that money went to. ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, New York Times, Washington Post, USA Today, local TV stations, and local media in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Arizona, in Nevada. The reason I know, I went to 5 of those battleground, North Carolina. I went to those 5 of those battleground states. I'm sitting in the hotel room and I'm going to television. Ad. All of those ads actually ran.
Again, that's his problem. He's mad he wasn't part of all those media outlets that he mentioned. He's mad he wasn't part of it, a bigger part of it. He's mad that he only got 350,000 out of it. He been pouring his heart, soul, the blood, sweat, and tears for all these years for the Democratic Party. And at the end of the day, all he got was a measly $350,000. How dare you insult me like this? That's what he's saying. After everything I done done for y'all. But Roland, brother, you are overestimating your value. Greatly overestimating your value. Okay? Let's fast forward a little bit more. So this is the last segment of this I'm going to go through. I'm going to tell y'all it was excruciating. Listen to this man spit a bunch of nonsense trying to explain away the fact that he's bought and paid for. It was hard to listen to this nonsense. He hugging, never mind, I ain't going to say what I was going to say. But, as you can clearly say, he's gesticulating, he's explaining, he's doing the whole deal. All right, let's go ahead and listen to this last little segment and then we'll wrap it up.
And so what some of y'all hating Negroes are saying is, y'all don't want to see black-owned media get any of the 11 billion, but then y'all want to turn around and say, why we don't have black-owned media? Let me say it again. We're the only black-owned news show. It's us. We don't do entertainment. I ain't talking about LeBron. I ain't discussing no housewives. I ain't got no hair and beauty segments. We ain't talking about gossip. So I could easily be, let me say it again, because I don't think some of y'all get this. Does Essence do what we do? Nope. Black Enterprise? Nope. Ebony? Nope. Blavity? Nope. I could keep going. Urban One, Radio One? Nope. They got 2 networks. TV One, Clio TV? Nope. BT, Black Targeted, that's actually, of course, Viacom, which is now, of course, being bought by another company. They got a monthly news magazine show. We own every day. So what some of y'all are saying is, we need black news. We need our stuff covered. Oh, but you shouldn't get paid any advertising money.
That's not what people are saying, Roland. And that's where you're disingenuous. Look at your page here. 1.5 million. You're on live right now, allegedly. I know you're not on live. 1.5 million. The problem is, it's not enough money for you. And your views ain't that great. To be perfectly honest, your views are spiking because it's post-election and stuff like that. You're spitting a bunch of nonsense right now, and you are in the news for being on the take. For being bought and paid for. For being called out. For the nonsense you've been pulling for many, many years. For prostituting yourself. For being a quote-unquote prostitute, stealing that from Jill Salente. A prostitute, bruh. You for sale. And there's nothing to be proud about in that. Nothing. It's actually very disgusting that you would roll over like this. But then try to posture yourself as somebody's looking out for your people, whether you're bought and paid for, you are part of the corporatocracy. That's what you are. And y'all spazzing out because you know you've outlived your usefulness. And you know it. And if you start trying to talk to the youth, ain't nobody gonna listen to you, Roland. Ain't nobody gonna listen. You're done. All of you done. Pretty soon, the firings are gonna get announced. And all that. All right? So you can get on here and explain about that then, Roland. Again, just to reaffirm what I'm saying. The problem is not that you're getting paid for your services. We should all get paid for our services, right? If we're putting effort, time, and everything, we should get paid. The problem is you're getting paid to spit certain nonsense to your people. That's what your check is dependent upon. If you went on that program, it was anti-immigration, anti-LGBT, anti-Israel, you would get your channel taken and your quote-unquote network would be done. That's the point, Roland. If you're getting checked from certain people, that means they're your lifeline. And you're not going to try to cut your own water off. That's the point. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think, man. God dog, another almost 30 minutes. I can't help it. Oh, man. Look, this video honestly could have been 3 hours long, but I ain't going to do it. Let me know what y'all think about Roland Martin. Is he bought and paid for? Or is he being a genuine guy who's doing the best for his people? Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like and subscribe. Till next time, I'm out.